they may have gotten enough separation here, created enough doubt. The defense is rotating over to try to get isolation onto Andrew's able to pick up a 1 elimination. That's fine. If he gets any more, it'd be incredible, but only confirms damage. Spike planted in the meantime, and we get into a 3v4 retake situation. And it's TSM. What tools do you have to really break into this? You're kind of looking into Nature's point of view, but the flash out from Drone allows a chance to kind of stall the defensive retake, at least for a time. Kills coming through cleanly, leaves Will by himself. Can he use the clock to his advantage? It'd be a 1v3 situation. First one down low, converts it, stays alive with 15 health. Paint shells has been recharged. Shock darter on the back though, able to get the damage, but it's Will lingering with the little softball toss. A lot of respect given on both sides with these upgraded weapons for both teams in the second round.
Yeah, TSM is not afraid to play a retake is kind of what you're seeing here. And you kind of have to be willing to do that on this map, as we are going to see the utility pouring in from Mad Lions to get the spike on the A site. Some good counter utilities doing a little bit of chip damage, but that spike is going to go down. Ainge able to get a frag in the mix as well. Going to make it tougher on TSM now to retake.
Zexro's in a great position up top as well, just to kind of change up the angle, give Mad Lions a little bit of variety in how they're set up for this hold. Hit coming forward, TSM trying their way through, and they nearly get Nature into a good position, but down low, it has to be won the hard way. And well, it's just not being won. So a gamble cost here for TSM. He's by himself. Okay, that works. Just right off the top rope, literally, but in the corner, Will finish it off without much conflict.
Back here.
Quick as like, but 7 up top. Well done, gets away. Doesn't even take really a lick of damage in the process. Good help from Corey over the top to make sure that Mad Lions are simple and halted, but they don't see Drone on the quick pinch. I mean, you're gonna throw a barrier orb up and then not look the other direction. Bit of a misstep, TSM, and the spike will come down, even though Drone will take a chunk of health from the shock dart.
Yeah, shock darts come a little too late to actually deter the plant, but like you said, at least it gets some damage in there, but there's still a man down on this retake. Nature, though, quickly changes that, taking down Zexro, and we're back to equal.
You've got a chance, though, to just kind of hold off and use this Hunter's Fury if your Trick has not pulled the trigger yet. Andrew's actually in a great position to make sure no one was on for the actual defuse yet. Drone will be the next one to check. He's not in a position to watch, and there's the Hunter's Fury. It will go all the way to halfway, though, so this is still possible for TSM. Trying to work their way around it. The last dart will hit, but Hayes stops out for the defuse. Ain't able to stop it for now, and Nature, too low of HP, and obviously feeling the pain of the economy, is going to say, I need to save this, and back away, looking at a 0-4 scoreboard.
I mean, that's
extremely difficult in Nature. Very fortunate to be alive. Trick watching the exact same angle through mid-box. Now wants to clear things out through the cut, but Gomond shuts down the op play, and now first time we can say it, TSM with an advantage.
Zexro knows that he has Gomond trapped in a very difficult corner, able to get the immediate trade, but Nature picks up on that 2-press. Now the op comes in from Corey, and now TSM could start cracking down across the entire map. It's only
Drone just good now. Awareness. I mean, right? I mean, you get the read that, hey, yeah, they're playing up through mid. It's an op plus a little bit of help. Nature gets the free rotation, and then as soon as you have that intel.
Nice intel there as they're now about to swarm an empty A site.
Yeah. Null command comes through. Owl drone paint shells to clear, but look at the defense making their way to clear out mid and maybe even hit a one. They're going to deny it. Oh, and Corey just catches Drone's big right thumb. Resurrection, can it come back through to bring him into the mix? No, the Hunter's Fury is going to come out trying to stop this hit. Ainge has picked up the spike, and in the same breath, the same can be said for Drone. Back into the mix. Still a 5v4 for Mad Lions. Viper's pit to reinforce, and the tools defensively to try to get back into this is only reserved to the lockdown, which gets spent. Drone still waiting up top. Does he elect to nullify himself? No, doesn't need to. Lockdown gets destroyed. And now all of a sudden there's a pinch coming out from Trick to the middle of the map. If you're TSM, you've got to go. You've got to go quickly, but the kills just simply are not. Mind you, that could come into play. Trick tagged up with recon dart. TSM with full flooding numbers start to make their way in. It's just gunfire and utility all over the place. Hayes wants to see what it looks like past the green wall. Not going to work out too much. Pinstripe goes to kill feed. 7 still trying to get a defuse down, but the barrier orb will not stand tall in the face of Team Shield. Will have not just numbers in the server here, but they've got numbers to deal with this FB.
Yeah, they're ready to go. Trick, though, takes one out. There's a flash, but he runs out of ammo trying to hunt down the Classic. It doesn't happen, and this could be TSM's chance.
Should be good for it, you'd think. But there is a null command ready for Drone if he feels like he can maybe shut down any possible utility on the way in. It actually just peeks through the Aldrone to confirm another elimination. That is a key one. Barrier orb goes up. Spike revealed, though, as part destroyed. And now Drone can actually take an extra step forward. right through the poison cloud, not able to find the eliminations, just down to Zexro, caught on reload. And
Starting to see TSM trying to get in here with the shock darts to try to get some chip damage in. Again, though, it just doesn't happen to stop the plant. And once again, we have this 5-on-5 retake situation that TSM has struggled with.
And how do you get through the Viper? Well, that's one way of at least finding an opening elimination. Corey, can you do more than that, though? He may be required to. Will is still lingering on top of this. Extra over the top has got an operator just kind of picking up anyone who could possibly threaten Will, who's now able to pick up Hayes off a little mini pinch, and Will has taken over. Mercy. Barrier orb down. Killjoy Utilities in, and Will, he's on a zip line. Killjoy Utilities here, plus also Zextro's watching this.
Yep.
And as soon as this turret peeks up, Zextro's going to do the same, I imagine. Just throw a right click out. And there it is. Oh, he even gets a kill on the 7? Oh my.
That's brutal. The barrier goes up a little too late, and now look at this. Ainge on top of the site, ready for the push, able to get one down onto Gamon and stay alive and shut this attack down on all fronts.
Hayes will keep the play relatively up, and the chance to maybe finish off Ainge, but misses the opportunity. And as the window closes, so also may the hopes of this map for TSM. Thrown on the little fly. Different angle. He will have an exit to drop down with some help. Barrier orbs up, and Zexro was ready for it. 1-for-1 is perfectly fine. The defense is a little bit scattered, though, across B. This could lead to some individual gunfights, but the Cloudbursts don't really allow TSM to get in, and Trick and Ainge will stay alive. TSM up a creek without a boat, not just paddling.
No.
Yeah, that's more significant than I think you may think in the meantime, just due to the fact that all of a sudden that angle becomes an option for Mad Lions once that slow orb fades away, which it has. Offensive wall comes up for Mad Lions, trying to have to work through. Slow behind it. Knife also a part of the play, and now Mad Lions with numbers will try to force out Corey. Well done. 3v3 we go. Sentry turret, nanoswarms are finding a little bit of value, but it's actually not planted for the nanoswarms, and Trick is just gonna hold it. An absolute catastrophe for TSM. The only bit of good
before this attack sets in. So that's certainly good news for Mad Lions defensively, but TSM, here comes that aggressive push through, but they're getting slowed down by Zexro.
Yeah, perfectly fine to get the 1-for-1. 13 seconds on the clock. The defense still here, though Will does not have any utility to stop this plant from coming in. Does he peek through? Waits for Ainge first and foremost, and the trades are actually not successful enough to stop the spike from being planted. So advantage of TSM, 3v2, a retake over through U-Haul on the way from Mad Lions, but have now second-guessed it, and this TSM post-plant defense huddled around boxes. First swing, good. Hayes will drop. TSM still able to hold these corners, though. It does put the pressure on the Mad Lions. They have to find a way to re-clear out these spaces. Nature gives himself away just a touch around the back. Drone misses a chance. Over the top, the jump peaks come through. It's sky-on-sky action. Trick needs to get this to halfway if he wants to have a chance, and he does get it to halfway. Flash comes through, right-clicking back and forth, but it's Nature with his 3 kills to get TSM the piss. Yeah, I'm here for this as well, especially considering the breach can just do so much early work. Drone's actually the one that's concussed over through bathrooms, but it doesn't matter. Shuts down Corey, who had a stinger drop through him by Hayes, who's also going to get completely surprised here. Oh, it's just all blown apart. TSM miss out on the bathroom play, and now it's just down to Hayes by himself. 1v4, and in a bonus round, not much will feel all that rewarding, although Hayes is giving us something to think about as he gets a quick 2, but the problem is he's down to 10 HP.
So can't really put that ult to use anyway. And 10 HP, yeah, not much he can do there. Really well done from Mad Lions. You can see TSM were layering that initiator utility defensively, get the intel, and now look at the reward. They get to just start rotating everyone over to B already for the most part. 3 players already here standing.
Ball line will come through. Flash to follow, even exchange bar, but this is still TSM forcing their way on towards site, and it's a great force at that. 3 for 2, the exchange numbers lie with TSM, and Nature's gonna get the plant off without contest.
Zach's trying to slip in with these smokes, though, to see if he can blow this thing back up right now, but Nature and company are aware, so I don't see things really getting out of hand.
Although, that's a pretty important elimination. Showstoppers earned for Will, but he is low on health, just 31 HP. You feel like Zexro's going to have to be the next one to make a move. This 1v1 versus Nature could be everything, but it wasn't a 1v1. Corey was helping out. Paint shells come through. They will damage, but Nature put... And now you've got both hands up. Rolling Thunder on the way in. Orbital Strike is just a bit outside, but it does at least chip away damage on towards 7. It also stops the spike from being planted, as this wall is a huge deterrent for that. TSM kind of have to sit and wait for the next retake attempt to come through, which it is coming very rapidly. Mad Lions are stacked, but a little bit of doubt maybe as they have not seen much as they make their way over towards the truck.
Yeah, everything's kind of come to a screeching halt, but everyone's here ready to go at A. The first one to strike is going to be 7 as Trick trying to take a peek here. Will trying to slide out, see if he can take advantage of it, but he can't. Nature shuts it down, and TSM, despite the rough beginnings to this round, are now on top in the 4-on-1.
He's going to have to kind of do it himself until the spike can get here. Corey's right on top of it at the moment, but Ainge is still in a good spot. Trick still has utility to make sure he stays that safe. Now it's just down to how do you break through the defense. That's a good way to kind of start things off, but the problem is the little peeks through the smoke will put probably too much pressure on Guamon, who has to stick for the plant. Trick will very rapidly check for it, and just now use the clock as his ally. Kills will still come through, but Mad Lions take the round.
It's so far away because they're flanking through long.
Yeah, and this is also being watched. Hayes does not have to be a part of this play. He can just make sure no one hits the flank. But this is taking time, and here comes the play through market while the play from the front is completely stalled out. It's a back and forth affair, but the flank has been stopped. The spike will rotation without question. Will looking to make a play from the opposite teleporter. Corey's gonna have him stuck. He's just following the Seeker. Saying, you go in, I'll follow. Oh, but Will still gets the kill. It's a 1-for-1 trade. Spike still planted. An opportunity for the resurrection, and so it will be. Orbital Strike goes down, but it's too late because the Molly was out first. And now Mad Lions are kind of stuck, having to break back through their own front doors in a 5v5. And there's a couple of decent kills, but TSM are there to meet them. Mad Lions in a very difficult spot, still 3v2. And I just don't know if they're gonna have the time to get through Guamon to this position. He will be flashed out. Responds, but Drone still picks him up. Shot comes through and through the tightest of windows. Will's able to get the showstopper to confirm the kill with just enough clock for the defusal. Holding the A site is actually gonna be very difficult to do. And Mad Lions will have to play retake, but Drone just holds the angle a little bit longer. And now Zexro, I don't know how that one missed. It was close. Nearly got a second, so TSM will get the plant, but Dust, we've got a 4v3, and Nature's in a great spot to read this B-Link.
Yeah, a couple of their droning options got shut down before they could actually clear Nature off this corner, so that might be a bit concerning, but they'll just reroute back over to Heaven anyhow. They do still have numbers advantage on this retake.
Triple stack up top where he wanted the fight. I don't think he expected all three to be there. And now Ainge, the long rotation, finally started to make his peek out. Slow orb is down. TSM really just stuck in a corner. Nature, it's got nowhere to go. The flash connects onto everything, but the numbers just flat out overwhelming. And Mad Lion.
Once they got their economy back in order, man, they were ready to go. And look at this. Look at this. Just stemmed up to a smoke.
Flash is there. That should be a free kill onto 7. The orbital strike clears out the well. Nature will only get 1 on this exchange, and Mad Lions will enjoy their map positioning because TSM have to fight through this. That all said, they do neutralize the numbers a touch, but this is costly, only having Corey and Hayes last ones left alive in a 2v3.
Dude, Mad Lions have been so good. Once they got their money back and they're able to start affording to kind of open up their playbook, they've had so many cool, aggressive setups, particularly over on this long B side, that seems to have always netted them the advantage when it's all said and done. Like, they always seem to come out a man ahead, and it sets them up for the rest of the round. See if TSM can turn the tides this time around. It's Drone, though, holding the angle, able to get the comms thing. 7 tried to play that close. He's going to get forced back. Has reinforcements still behind him here, though. Yeah, and a great aftershock.
Strike down A.
Everyone was hit by that except for Zexro, who was just far enough away. TSM aren't done yet. They still want to play forward. Oh, and Ainge does get the information. Will firing back. That's from inside the site. He snuck through. I want to say from shower side, so now 7's got kind of a little bit of a tough test as he's going to be pushed away. Same with Corey. Mad Lions are staying alive through all this.
And all that Molotov, though, is going to be brutal over towards the planer. Oh, wait, no, it misses.
Oh, more utility mishaps for TSM. Now the offensive toxic screen is up. Double stack in towards U-Hauls. It's just Zexro who's playing outside. Hazed. has to come forward, I think, as the first one in. A couple of tags to the boxes. Does not influence Zexro, who gets two?
No way.
There's no way. Nature, last one left. Put down like a bad dog. And Mad Lions take the pistol.
And Will looking to get crazy here
Yep.
with the Spectre and the Satchels.
There were defenders nearby. All the timing of the fault line good, but once more the paint shells really are not there. Key scoped in shots from 7 to at least keep some contest over short, but the problem is this will not deter the spike from being planted. So it comes at a small cost, but Mad Lions have the post plant and they are set up exactly like they want.
Yeah, they are a man down, though, and they have the inferior firepower, and they don't have any ults at their disposal, so it's all going to come down to how they time their peaks and if they're able to exchange better, because as it stands, you'd expect TSM to do it, but look at H with
this?
lineups from the opposing spawn. Are you serious?
Way. There is no way you expect this. Corey's off of the defuse, though, and he's trying to stick through it, and will be able to. So it was cool, it was cheeky, but it's not going to work out. Yeah.
Prepare for hellfire.
Oh, and they're gonna hit it off the get-go. Will's gonna push into this, but TSM are double stacked and ready at hookah. Can they get away though? Because there is still a play coming through long. Cloudburst will provide some sort of an exit, but Nature has to hold his ground. Trailblazer will see him, and it actually will stun Snake, making him fragile, but 7 is still an opportunity to hold on to this single-handedly. Long-range shots, they land, but he doesn't get the confirmed kill, and he may just be able to do it all himself. 3 kills in the round for him. Hayes will credit the assist. And Zexro will be the last one left for a 1v3.
Yeah, it's like they were trying to use Zexro's ult as a trap to catch anyone who...
Wrong side of the map, and Guimond has to go to the Rolling Thunder to try to stop this. It will push a couple of players away. Guimond not going to be able to follow up severely off of this. He knows he's got Trick in a corner and will convert, and that's also information on the spike.
Indeed it is, but it's going to get reclaimed by Mad Lions right away, and they do have the 4-on-4 still as they try to make their way into sight. But Corey holding a beautiful angle, but still traded out immediately by drones, which is a back-and-forth affair, but still plenty of time left to go for Mad Lions to call the audible.
Corey's currently stuck inside the container. He knows he saw the Viper playing over towards hookah, but they know that Zexro is playing from an elevated position. It doesn't matter. Caught a little bit off guard, clears out container, and now the spike can start to commit to this. Still plenty of utility from Zexro, but Nature's into sight. He once again catches Zexro while he has his armbands out. Aims up top, though, able to lock as an A play.
Yep.
And this could be a free plant for Mad Lions on B, and so it will.
So much chaos takes place in that market area that TSM can't make wits of what's going on. Nature and Drone now meeting up here at the connector position to he's going to get caught. Hayes at least with the immediate trade, and they do have man advantage here for TSM.
And a late rotate Trick through the teleporter. So now he's the one trying to watch this play through hookah. Will from on the backside of the site, keeping it locked in, and Hayes just more patient. So now it's just down to Will, 1v2, sees the head over the top, knows he's got a player in front of him, but doesn't make a difference. 7 beats him to the angle, plenty of time for the defuse. It's TSM cracking double digits first.
Well managed there from, and they're not seeing anything, so they're gonna have to get a pretty good read of the lay of the land here, especially with that Trailblazer spotting out Drone. They have a lot of map control, man.
Yeah, this is a lurk versus lurk battle right now, because aims through U-Haul. He finds a kill over towards 7. That could be round change. Trick for the first blood. Here comes the defensive rotation, and Orbital Strike should finish this off, but Will beats to the punch. And Ainge is still behind 7, and he knows that this rotation's coming through, so he's going to make his teammates aware of this. Knife is out. 7 should be dead to rights here.
No, catches him right as he pulls the ult as well to add insult to injury.
Huge kill. And now TSM, this has just been red. It just has to be, can you win the gunfights from this flank? Aftershock will make safe part of the container. Paint shells behind this. Kills are looking good for TSM. Just down to Corey. 1v2 situation. Long range shots, not bad. Around the corner, breaks the camera. What is going on with that boombot? And the vulnerability may not matter, but not enough ammunition. You still have Will with the Phantom. Everyone else still on Stingers. Hayes gonna try to stop the plant. That was expected. Drone takes a significant amount of damage, but stays alive. Healing Orb will be used to self-utilize the health pool. And then the Resurrection is it. And coming through, Mad Lions now all of a sudden on the play over through U-Haul. 35 seconds on the clock. Will long range, not gonna get the better of 7. Barrier Orb will block this, but only for a time. And the spike will go down. 3v3 all of a sudden. Can Mad Lions get off the site though? That's the next problem. And they're not gonna be able to. 7 does it all himself. 4 kills for the young man. And TSM go up 13-10 for the map to win.
And they just were defensively far too
Defenders
strong
win.
on this A side of the map. Mad Lions were
From the back. 0 Point comes in. Knife will suppress the majority of these defenders, but nobody even checks B main. Although the smoke from Astra comes through at the exact right moment to kind of pick up on the volley, and we get a pinstripe kill feed. Nature down
One
low.
enemy
Good for the
remaining.
elimination over towards the sidewalk, and well, from there it's just kind of Ainge stuck in between all the rest of the post plant defenders at this point. Still has Corey at low HP. A chance to turn this to a 1v1. Sees the jump across. Does he get the pitch on the spam? No, it's Corey who survives. Little one tap to the face. TSM take pistol.
do still break in.
Trick's doing what he can with the bullet hose, but like you mentioned, TSM are on their way forward, and the Albert's just too late. Zestro gets overwhelmed. Trick has to do it himself. Recon dart around the corner. Tries to catch the angle, but help from Ainge has arrived. Just it's not quite healthy enough.
Spike planted.
Spike. Heal comes through. Goman should have completely isolated. Fragment is not quite going to land though. Oh, is out. Trick will fall deep. Gravity well not going to work out. Zestro gets
Spike
2.
down mid.
But the unfortunate part about it is it will only tally to a net. Shatter this retake. At least you would assume.
One enemy remaining.
There's the first
Team
kill. Yep,
Ace.
and the Nano will actually deal with.
In this position, and these are not
Spike
only
planted.
going to be limited to tree or back halls to retake with, they could actually come all the way through. And now with that frag, things look even spicier because now they have man advantage and they have all routes accessible to get back into sight together.
That is going to be painful for 7. Lockdown now out for Zexro. Here comes the pitch. Drone finds another from the long flank.
Enemy remaining.
Flashing himself forward. Come on, try to churn the tides, but not able to do too much, leaving Nature by himself just outside the lockdown. Pre-fire decent towards Trick. On the reload, does he have the angle lined up to stop the defuse? Does not look to. And Mad Lion rounds.
It's like, I'm gonna get my wall spam eventually. Gosh darn it. As Seven's gonna get tagged up by the alarm bot there into middle. Turret will go up. We're gonna see a face-off at market, but Zexro will be the victor of it. He's
30
able to maintain his
seconds
own turret, watching B lobby, so they know no one's there. They know that TSM are committing up through tree as they see these flashes, but Trick stays alive.
Smokes down, glass broken. TSM trying to take the high route. Will's going to hear that everyone is in and actually catches out another for free. Now the information's good for Ainge to turn, trying to take the fight. No one's going to get through. Mad Lions on this.
Want to fight it?
They're trying to cosmic divide their way in, but a smoke is slowing them down. But here they go. Pop flashes from Drone, able to get the kill onto Corey. Trick coming in as well. I mean, it's just getting roasted.
Spike down B.
It's just red from minute 1.
Yep. It's kind of hard to pull off that execute with the cosmic divide when they already know that you're there
100%.
and they're ready for it.
Yeah. Hayes, last one left. 1v4. Nope.
As well. Kamal has spotted it, of course.
But that's enough to keep him at bay while Will jumps on in. Great utility over the top. Still in
Spike
play.
down
Nanostrike coming
A.
out. Ainge follows up gorgeously. Quick double for him. That will lead to the spike now in play. Will can stop any potential tag ups from top heaven if he tries to jump onto these boxes. Or he can default to just playing safe. Let his teammates throw the shoulders. There's info on Goman. Zexro next one tested. Shots are not landing. Kills coming through nicely, but Will, with the frenzy, still collects 2. Just down to Goman. 1v2 situation.
remaining.
Drops down low for the first. But tagged down to 22 HP, and he's got no idea that Trick is behind him. The shock dart may just finish it off, and it does. Land. Yeah, with support from Nature with an Ares behind him. But the Nanoswarms are out early. Gravity well is going to be there, but Nature's not really finding all that many connections. Fortunately, 7 can still collect 2 on the way in. Drone finally secures the trade. 20 seconds on the clock. Nature tagged down to terminal HP. He's got to be he's down to 8. So the spike is planted, and even though this is a 3v4, it's going to feel like a 3v3 if that Ares never gets back involved again.
Oh, Will trying to play off of a flash, gets caught down to very low HP, and TSM's kind of got the edge here. They have them trapped inside the site, and they have man advantage.
Oh, Dexter maybe gives away a little bit of an angle. Here, Hayes playing off the corner, still secures elimination flood from staircase side. The lineup is nearly fully there, though. Oh, it got close. Rails. It now has to essentially reset everything. Smoke will go down, and Mad Lions will take their attention over towards B, where 7 is waiting for them. And 7 is waiting for them. Ghost will connect at long range as the door is shut. Nearly a second opportunity to find more for TSM's defense, who keeps chipping away at this and comes with a bit of a cost as Hayes still secure 2, but the knives have been eliminated and it's just Trick down for the 1v3.
Spike is in sight, but there's still a player here. He tries to use the recon to find him and does, by process of elimination, get the spam down onto 7.
Enemy remaining.
Oh, the shots are connecting. He picks up the Spectre!
No!
Oh my goodness, Trick, what is that for a 1v3? There to counter. Nature is playing in the defensive spawn. He could still throw Hunter's Fury into this. Oh, a lot of heads were just seen right there. Hayes is going to drop the Nebula first. And then a free fire blocks that he's in. There's the Hunter's Fury. Is just not the execution Mad Lions needed, I'll tell you that much. Cause Divide never even comes into play. Two sides with the utility they have.
Yeah, and Corey's already repositioned his operator to tree, so he's being dynamic and keeping that scope in a different position. And he's going to be able to catch a freebie on the Trick, who was not prepared for that. Lockdown goes in, but they're just losing so many members on the way to the site that it's really going to not matter so much.
Enemy remaining.
Nice shot. Corey will land 3 times, and Zexro will not be able to get on top of the jump box. Command is out. TSM pretty rapidly, at least over towards the top side of the banisters. It's going to be multiple. It's not just 2 players. There are 3 that are up here, and none of them are able to even look down towards the spike at all. So now 7 off the pinch is really the last hope, and it's going to be an eBay thrifty from Mad Lions. What is that?
Over towards A lobby. Zexro will meet him, but I mean, the setup that Gamond and Hayes could have here.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yep. That's exactly what you'd expect. Just back and forth for all the weirdest reasons. Zexro tried to peek something over the top.
Oh, wow.
Collects 1. Okay.
Surprised he got away with that.
Yeah.
Still a 2-on-4, though, at the end of the day.
Revealing area.
30 seconds left.
Zexro's going to try to work his way in. 1v1 with Hayes. Hunter's Fury's going to come out as well. Bold call from Trick, who still converts the kill, but is unable to save his teammate. And now it's a 1 with an OG. He's going to try to run it on in, and it's going to not work out. And he's got Guamond in the corner on the tree.
Yep.
So if they use utility to get Corey out of this position, Guamond would be by himself. Possible 1v3 consideration. The gravity well's there to assist him, but it's still a 1-for-1 trade. Shorty in hand at the moment for Corey. It's really on to, does he find anything with this? Oh, and he connects onto the head of Will. Also gets out of dodge away from the shock dart, while Hayes makes the defense that much more stable. Last one left is Ainge. Door will shut through tree. He does have the spike. But it's a 1v3 situation, and TSM are going quickly and in numbers. Not a chance to get set up. TSM will take a long-winded series after what was a very short affair on Icebox. 2-1 overall.
Defenders win.
Yeah, that was really well done from TSM. Just a great setup with the gravity well to kind of allow for some extra